Why, hello there. I am your court Jester. It seems like you're on a little bit of a quest now, aren't you? What is it that you seek? You don't know? Of course you don't, otherwise you wouldn't be seeing me right now. The only time anyone ever sees me is whenever they want something, whether it be inner wisdom, whether it be a connection to the stars, whether it be a sense of enjoyment. They always come to me because I'm just I'm the ghost with the most. I'm the ghost with the most. So what are you doing in my realm? You don't know. Well, I guess we're gonna have to figure that out now, aren't we? If you don't know, then how am I supposed to know? But we'll figure it out now, won't we? Yeah. Let's ground you down. I'm going to ground you down. Focus on your mortal flesh. Focus on the weight of your body. The carcass drifting your mind around. The vehicle of this mortal world. Focus on your fleshy prison and bleed into it. Do you feel all the things that you're touching right now? Or are you merely contacting them? Do you feel all of the textures? All of the different little sounds and different little experiences around your existence? There's an entire adventure every 7 steps you take. The new texture of a floor being introduced, whether it be carpet, hard floor, hard floor, hard floor, hard floor, carpet, the soft little texture, the softness of it, the hardwood, how hard it is. Is it laminate or is it actual wood? If it's wood, what was the life that the wood had lived before? What was the life that the wood had? Where forest did it come from? Was it from a forest company? And if that forest company was there, what was the forest company's origin? When did they start? When were they founded? What was there before the company was founded? Was it just a plot of land? And if that was the case, what was the relationship among all the trees in that plot of land? Now back to the carpet. If the carpet is there, what kind of carpet is it? So soft. Fabricy. Is it a fabricy carpet? Is it a tight, more, tight, wound carpet? Or is it the nice loose one? Or is it like shag carpeting? What kind of carpeting is it? And upon touching your feet to it, you also realize all the things that your hand grips and touches all the time. Door handles, water bottles, random objects around your perimeter. And you realize that you are immortal within every moment that you're alive. Within that moment there was no beginning, and there was no end to you. You are a cyclical god in every single moment until you cease to exist, until the stardust within you retransforms into yet another body, as you did during this existence. What were you before you were human? What were you before you were in this mass with that face, with this body? Before you were in this sort of world, in this sort of mindset, in this sort of identity? What were you? Were you anything? Recognizing our true sense of time and how relative it is so vital to your existence, because without it, you might be officiate time for you. Officiate time for you. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. The time keeps going and they keep taking the time from you. They keep taking all of that time from you, don't they? Don't they? If time is so eternal within a moment, then requesting hours from you is infinity. Every day they ask for infinity from you, and you give it over, losing your perception of what time really means, what it really is. And you become a slave to what their whims and desires and perceptions are. Oh, what does 9 to 5 mean to you? It doesn't mean just 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. What is 9 o'clock? What is 5 o'clock? What is? It's nothing. They've stamped their definitions onto you. They've stamped their conditions onto you. For you to exist, you must sacrifice infinity to them. Is that existence, though? No. No, it's not. Remember that you are so much more than what they want you to believe. You're not a doer. You're not your actions. You're not your professions, your labels, your any of it. You just are this. Right here. Space. And time. That's all you are, and that's all you've ever been. It's just space and time. Do you really think you've ever been anything besides that? Do you really think that something so cosmic and wide, such as yourself, could ever be something so trivial as a worker? You don't. You're not. You can't. You're just an existing God. You are your own God. You are the God. You are the entity, the deity to your life. Who is the one who chooses when you eat, when you drink, when you sleep? You. You have always had that power. You have all the power. All the power. Your quest has always been to pick back all the power that the world you were born into has stolen away from you. Pick all the power back and plop it right back in, savoring all of the power that you should have had from the start. But what is start? When did time begin? Time began right now. Time began right now. It began right now. Right now. We only ever have. And then forward. There's no backwards. The only placement you'll ever have is at the start of a ray. You'll never be placed in a spot between two running lines. For the past doesn't exist, except in your mind and in the mind of others. That's the only place it's ever going to exist. Thus, you are your own archivist. You are your own historian. You are your own God. You are your own every little intricate design. It's all part of this divine God. Tell me, what are Athena's attributes? Wisdom or strategy? Your attributes. What are your attributes? Artisticness, logic, linguistics, whatever your chosen interests are, which can change, or you can add even more and more, much like the omnipotent gods, who are not bound by one or two or three little powers, but rather a full universal omnipotent banquet of forces, powers, abilities. You too are capable of strengthening your forces in specific sectors, or becoming 100% omnipotent. And you are already omniscient. You know everything about your own universe. You know everything that has to do with the world that you live in. And the more you find out, and the more you find out, the more omniscient you become. It remains the same level of omniscience. For in this world, you think you know everything. Thus you do know everything. For your thoughts dictate what your reality is. You are so powerful. Hence why you summon me, your good Jester. For I am here to just and court you into your reality. Because that is what I do. That is what I live for. To remind you of the forever stillness of time. To remind you that your mind is capable of healing your body, healing your mind, healing your existence. The placebo effect. You have the power to heal your own mind. You do. You have the power to heal your body because you are God. And anyone who nips honey badger, you could have taken the form of a wolverine, you could have taken the form of any creature within Earth, but more accurately, any mass within the universe. You could have taken that form. So to remind you of what it is that you could have been and how you could have existed and how it would have made no difference, because ultimately being human is no different than being a dog, than being a cat, than being the water, than being leaves on a tree, than being the tree itself, than being a star, than being a black hole, than being a red giant. There is no difference. What is the similitude? What is the one thing that they all are? They all are just here, existing, still, in this moment, not even self-aware. Self-awareness is overrated. Thinking about how you're existing, thinking about thoughts, is the human's curse. This is the human's curse. Your mind is the human's curse. You are currently going through purgatory as a human being, thinking about your thoughts. This existence as a human being is where you test what energy you've swallowed. What in nature is most like you? What energy within you, at your most still, at your most in tune, at your core, are you? Which one do you feel closest to? You don't know how to tell. Don't worry. I'll inform you. Oh, riddle me this. Let's keep it simple. If you could be any animal in the world, any animal first answer that pops into your head, which one would you be? Right. Now, if you could be the mountains, the beach, the forest, the volcanoes, anything, any landform, which one would you be? Whichever one pops to your head first. Right. Now, if you could be the earth, the sky, the water, or the fire, which one would you be? Or metal? Wow. Right. Oh, it's a shame you don't know too much about the constellations, right? You don't know too much about the space. Andromeda, the Milky Way, all of the surrounding galaxies. No. Okay. Let's keep it simple then. Which planet of the 9 planets do you resonate with most? Whichever one pops to your head first. Correct answer. That is you. That is your energy. That's only ever been you. All of the energy, all of the ways that you feel, all of the ways that you feel, all of the ways that you feel, all of the ways that you feel are so valid. And they're shared by that animal, by that planet, by that landform, by that element. Those are all your forms of energy. A composite, it's a mosaic, it's a collage of you. A collage of you. A collage. Do you know how people make picture boards, inspiration boards? Yeah. That's your picture board for your existence. That's your collage to capture the essence of your energy without directly pinpointing it, because you're at a crosshairs of so many beautiful things. So many beautiful things. that you are nothing more than just that. You're nothing more than just a moment. I'm going to be transferring your mind, relieving your mind from this human vehicle. You've done such a good job. You've done such a good job on Earth. You've been doing a really good job. So I will